Feeling more fluent and comfortable in English conversations is not as difficult as you may imagine, but you do need to master certain specific conversation skills, and that's what we'll do today. Hi, I'm your English coach, Christina, and welcome to Speak English with Christina, the best place to become more confident speaking business English step by step. In today's special summer compilation revision lesson, here's what we'll learn. How to stop feeling shy about starting conversations, what to do when you don't understand, and typical little words and expressions for fluid, natural conversations. And then finally, something very important, but not always so natural, how to politely end a conversation. Conversation, it's a great way to connect with others and to practice your English. So let's go. When I ask my fluency coaching students about their difficulties in English, a lot of people talk about shyness. They feel shy. They're afraid to start a conversation in English. They don't know what to say, and they feel like that's no good. No. So today you'll learn 8 easy ways to start the conversation. Poor tourists. They just wanted to visit the Eiffel Tower. They didn't know that you were going to use them for language practice. Mwahahaha. Let's put the Eiffel Tower away. Well, if you see tourists looking at a map, approach them and say, "Hi, can I help you find something? I'm from here." "Hi, can I help you find something? I'm from here." And they will be so happy that you offered your help. Now it's your turn to be the tourist. And even if you're visiting Italy, China, Spain, Brazil, you can practice your English. Approach someone and say, "Excuse me, do you speak English? I'm not from here. Do you know a good restaurant around here?" "Excuse me, do you speak English? I'm not from here. Do you know a good restaurant around here?" And you'll get some good food too. We Americans love to make small talk. So if you're visiting the United States, make small talk. It's a fantastic way to approach Americans, and they'll think that you're polite and friendly. For example, if you're getting food at the breakfast buffet at your hotel, say to the guy in front of you, "The coffee smells good. Are you here on vacation too?" "The coffee smells good. Are you here on vacation too?" And they'll tell you about their trip. If you're lucky to be invited to a restaurant, you can't eat in silence. No, it's awkward. And food is the easy topic at a restaurant. So you can just ask your host, "What do you recommend that's good? What do you recommend that's good?" And this also works with the server, who will be happy to suggest a good dish. Bon appetit, as we say in American. Small talk at work is essential. Show your colleagues that you're friendly by asking about them. There's the classic, "Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend?" But if you want something more original, try this. Remind me Remind me, and ask about something that you talked about in the past. For example, remind me, where do you live again? Remind me, what are you working on right now? Remind me, where are you going on vacation? And they'll be happy that you remembered that past conversation, even if you forgot the details. Oh, a new guy at work. Perfect. Someone to practice English with. Don't be shy. Go introduce yourself. How? By saying, I don't think we've met. I'm Christina. Nice to meet you. What do you do here? I don't think we've met. I'm Christina. Nice to meet you. What do you do here? You never know. He might be the right person to talk to when you need an extra day off, and it's good to know the right people at work. Oh, your American friend Lisa invited you to her house for a barbecue. High five! High five for making friends in English. When you visit someone for the first time, it's common to talk about the house. You can ask, how long have you lived here? How long have you lived here? Can you ask how much they paid for the house? A lot of people are totally comfortable discussing it, but other people think it's very personal, so maybe not if it's your first visit. Sports are a big part of American life, even if you're not a big sports fan. We like the fun, the camaraderie, the entertainment. It's a really relaxed atmosphere, and that means small talk. It's totally okay to start a conversation with the person sitting next to you. For example, have you been following the games this season? Have you been following the games this season? It's a perfect question. And don't worry if you don't know much about the game, the rules. Americans are happy to explain the rules or admit that they don't understand either. So, just to recap, here are the 8 expressions from today. Hi, can I help you find something? I'm from here. Excuse me, do you speak English? I'm not from here. Do you know a good restaurant around here? The coffee smells good. Are you here for vacation too? What do you recommend that's good? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Remind me. I don't think we've met. I'm Christina. Nice to meet you. What do you do here? How long have you lived here? And have you been following the games this season? Sometimes when you're talking to Americans, you think you understood what they said, but you're not 100% sure. Or maybe you really need to be sure that you understood absolutely everything. Today, I'll show you how to make sure you never miss a detail and also give the impression that you're a really good communicator at the same time. When someone tells you something in English, you might not be 100% sure that you understood everything. Or maybe you understood it perfectly, but you still want to check if there's not something that you missed. It's great. Communication is difficult, even between native speakers. And there are many ways it could go wrong. a word you didn't understand, some context you missed, cultural differences that you're not aware of. To be a better team player, you can use reformulation. It's a powerful tool that'll help you understand anything. And when someone tells you a long or complicated sentence, try to restate what they just said in your own words. You'll come off as a good listener and you'll boost your English conversation skills. A good script for reformulation is the construction. So you're saying, for example, I'm sorry, we don't have any available time slots this week. So you're saying I can only make an appointment next week? You can also ask questions with, do you mean? Can you bring me the resumes for the candidates that we interviewed last week? Do you mean the ones for the customer assistant or the marketing manager position? Another possible structure is to start your reformulation with, if I understood correctly, or what I understand is, and that's all that we need to do. So if I understood correctly, we need to update the agenda, set up a meeting with John, and offer a discount to the new client. Is that right? Adding "is that right" in the end helps you get a confirmation. Reformulation doesn't only help you understand, it's also a way to share ideas and to give more effective arguments. Show the other person that you understand their position, their arguments, and the things that they believe in. A reformulation can be as simple as, yes, it's true, and you're making a good point. Smartphones really do tend to take up a lot of our attention. However, I think they're also very useful in many ways, and I think the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. You just have to control your addiction. You give your opinion, but you connect it to the other person's statement, which shows that you heard and you value their input. You're listening and speaking, not just waiting for the time to push your opinion on them. Hey, you're halfway through this lesson, so congratulations for being serious about improving your conversation skills in English. But before we continue, let me know that you're learning with me. Subscribe to my channel and go ahead and give this video a little thumbs up. Now, let's continue to become more comfortable in conversations in English. Today, let's review a few techniques and specific words that you can use to make your small talk conversations flow in English. Small talk is a great way to create connections. To have successful small talk in American culture, you need to create a friendly, relaxed atmosphere and focus on common ground. And today, you'll get useful tips to make this easier for you. Before we jump into the specific vocabulary you can use to create connections, you need to understand some context from American culture. In some cultures, especially in France, for example, a good conversation is often lively with frequent interruptions and friendly disagreements, and conversations can easily become animated debates. And that's fine. But in the US, a contrarian attitude where you try to debate and challenge others' opinions can be seen as aggressive. In small talk, we try to find similarities and make connections based on the things that we agree on. And when we disagree, we tend to do it gently with the words that we'll look at now. The word actually can be very useful for your conversation. Now, careful. For many Latin-based languages like French, Spanish, Portuguese, or Italian, actually is a false friend. It means in fact or in truth. And it's very useful to gently correct someone or to agree enthusiastically. If someone asks you, for instance, "So I heard you're working with Juliet?" Well, you can gently correct them with actually, like, "Actually, I'm working with Janet." Or you can enthusiastically confirm their statement with, "Yes, I am actually." We use actually very often for corrections, but be careful. Making too many corrections over and over and over can be seen as aggressive and a little rude. Sometimes you can simply just let people be wrong and go with the flow. In American culture, you want to keep small talk positive. So when you can agree with the other person, do it loud and clear. For that, you can use the words, "That's true," and "You're right." As in, "So I heard Juliet is a good boss, right?" You can answer, "Yeah, that's true. She's amazing." Or, "Yeah, you're right. We've made a lot of progress thanks to her." And people love to hear that they're right, so say it. But it has to be sincere, though. Finally, here's a special expression that you can use to sound just like an American. It's the phrase, "I hear you." And it's not about the sound of their voice. It's about empathy, especially with bad situations. With "I hear you," you're saying, "Yeah, I understand. We share a similar experience and a point of view." For example, I can't find my glasses. Why do I always lose them?" "Yeah, I hear you. I'm always putting them down, looking for them for 10 minutes and seeing that they were just in front of me. Happens all the time." Small talk isn't only saying yes and I agree, though. It's about creating a connection, and a good way to do that is by pointing out common ground. It's anything that you have in common, a hobby, an experience, or an opinion you share. People like people who share their experiences and way of life. And more importantly, it's a positive way to keep the conversation flowing. And that way, both of you can add something about the topic at hand. And to point out common ground, you can say, "Me too," or "So do I." And if you can add a question after it, it'll help the conversation too. For instance, "I went to this really nice Italian restaurant yesterday." "Oh, me too. Where did you go?" Technically, after a negative sentence, we use "me neither" or "neither do I." I feel like I'm the only one in the world, but I really don't like Game of Thrones. "That's funny. Neither do I." Notice how we use "that's funny" to point out a coincidence, by the way. Finally, the art of small talk also involves finding a bridge. If the other person is sharing something, you want to find the common ground without looking like you only want to talk about yourself. And there are a lot of possibilities for this. Let's say your conversation partner tells you, "We went to Aspen in the Rockies for vacation last year and got to try cross-country skiing for the first time. Hard stuff." How can you answer? Well, try to find a common ground with this sentence. Maybe you've visited the Rockies too. Maybe you like cross-country skiing. or you simply have something to say about winter sports. Be positive and try to use a word that you've seen today, like actually, I hear you, that's funny, or you're right. You know, sometimes you're in a conversation with someone and the conversation is a little long, or you have to go somewhere, or you just want to say goodbye. And suddenly the conversation feels awkward because you don't know how to end the conversation politely in English. Have no fear, that's what you'll learn today. We Americans love polite people. We love politeness in small talk. A student on my successful small talk course, a student named Malik, said, if you know these subtleties of American English, like politeness, you can better understand Americans. Malik is absolutely right. So, what are the secrets to ending a conversation politely? It's very easy, and there are just 3 steps. First, say something nice about the conversation. You know, to say that you enjoyed talking to the person. For example, well, listen, it was nice talking to you. Well, listen, it was nice talking to you. And if you were talking to a person that you hadn't seen for a long time, like an old friend, you can say, anyway, it was nice to catch up with you. Anyway, it was nice to catch up with you. To catch up with you, to catch up with you means to get news from someone that you haven't seen in a long time. And also notice those little transition words. Well, listen, it was nice talking to you. And anyway, it was nice to catch up with you. These little transition words clearly tell the other person, hey, I'm concluding the conversation now. They'll understand your secret signal if you use these transition words. So they're really important for smoothly and politely transitioning to the end of the conversation. Next, say that you're leaving and maybe say why also. This way, the other person understands that there's a reason that you're stopping the conversation. For example, but I have to run because I have a doctor's appointment at 3 o'clock. But I have to run because I have a doctor's appointment at 3 o'clock. I have to run. It's a common expression to say, I have to go. Another example, but I gotta let you go because I need to talk to Debbie. But I gotta let you go because I need to talk to Debbie. Notice the pronunciation of I gotta, like I've got to let you go. But Americans never say that. We say, I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. And now it's time to say goodbye. This can be really short, like see you around, or talk to you soon, if you'll see the person in the near future. And if not, just a simple, you take care now, or have a good one. Those are just perfect.
Now, let's put those all together. Well, listen, it was nice talking to you, but I have to run because I have a doctor's appointment at 3 o'clock. See you around. Bye. Easy. And another example. Anyway, it was nice catching up with you, but I gotta let you go because I need to go talk to Debbie. You take care now. Bye. Easy. Easy.
If you don't use it, you lose it. So here's how you can use what you learned today. Write a sentence that you could use to start a conversation in English down in the comments. You know, the hardest part of a conversation sometimes is starting. It's breaking the ice. And if you can do that, you will be well on your way to feeling confident making conversations in English. And if this lesson was helpful for you, I would love to know. And there are 3 simple ways that you can tell me. Give this lesson a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss future business English lessons. You can become a member of my Faster Fluency Conversation Club to practice speaking every day and get more confidence in conversations in English. And details about the club are down in the notes below the video. And you can go ahead and watch that next lesson about how to transition smoothly from small talk to the serious business conversations. All right, I hope you are enjoying these special summer revision lessons. I want to thank you so much for spending a little bit of your summer with me, for improving your English with Speak English with Christina, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.